instrument artists hot as they were. Thanks to the sun for baking my guitar. Thank you. And get ready to go. Good. Right. Kellner played with not only Ry Cooder, but Leon Russell and John Lennon. Did a lot of stuff with John Lennon. Amazing, wonderful drummer. It's called Do You Want My Job? as I get dressed and get ready to go. On the island, dawn is breaking. Bass in Jackson Browne's first band that went on the road. And he was a constant inspiration. Very strange guy. In those days, that really helped. On the bus of the living dead. The woolly worm. The first bus that we went on the road in was a Greyhound. It's like one of the first ones that had that kind of extra section there on the top, you know, with the windows and all that stuff. Didn't make much difference on the inside. It was still kind of claustrophobic, and the entire inside of that bus was done in brown shag carpet. Okay? Picture the whole thing in brown shag carpet. Now there's an uplifting situation for you when you're on the road. You get through with the gig and you go on to that bus and it's covered on the inside with brown shag carpet. Thank you so much. The brown shag carpet would retain smells. It would retain all smells. It would amplify them as well. The bunk I had was right next to the Chemical John. That Chemical John, old-fashioned Chemical John, with those chemicals right on in there. Just for me. And it would leak from underneath the door into my bunk. And I had the best dreams I ever had in my life. They were unbelievable. The colors were fabulous. I don't know what that stuff was, but it's all in me, and it was all in that brown shag carpet. For the whole tour. Just about. And about a week before it ended, I said, I can't do this. Sorry, can't do this. I open my eyes in the morning and everything is plaid. That's not a good sign. So Haywood would sing songs like this. This is called This Bar Stool's Reserved for My Heart. He wrote this song, it was literally about his heart. Not sentimentality or love or anything like that. It was his actual heart with all the valves and the aortas and the veins and all that stuff, and it would just, well, you'll see, it appears in the song. Very crucial place. You can talk to me as long as you please, but please let's don't talk heart to heart. I can talk to yours, but you can't talk to mine, 'cause mine's outside in the car. Well, I'll just sit right here and you can buy me a beer, bend my ear till the teardrops start. Or just stand right there, or pull up a chair, but this bar stool reserved for my heart. now it climbs up its stool to its place by its food. I was shot in the war to the clothes that I wore, but I did not get shot to my heart. My heart was okay till I lost it one day to a woman who tore it apart. Well, I nursed it back, and some say, in fact, that it's better than it was at the start. Well, just stand right there or pull up a chair, but this bar stool was reserved for my heart. Here it comes through the door, trailing blood across the floor, and now it climbs up its stool to its place by its food. We don't really know why we're here. We kind of suspect, and then we believe what other people have told us, and then we come to our own conclusions about what things are, and we just guess, actually. We don't really know, but some guesses are better than others. I reorganized everything for myself. I reorganized it in the form of a giant lasagna. The great lasagna of existence. It's in horizontal planes, and it's pasta, ricotta cheese, layer of meat, another layer of pasta. And we're right now on level 141 of the great lasagna of existence, and it is a pasta layer. That's why it's so difficult. Why it's so opaque, that's why we don't know anything, is because we're swimming through pasta al dente. Just picture yourself shrunken real small. You look at a piece of lasagna on your plate and you picture yourself swimming through the layer of pasta. I did that one night and the whole thing came to me. It was wonderful. I said, oh, good. Now I know. My daughter and I wrote this song after a phrase we heard come out of Ry Cooder. Ry Cooder has phrases that come out of him that are just cosmic. I have no idea if there's anyone else on the planet that can put the words that he puts together. And it was his reaction to one of my stories about a friend of mine who had everything go wrong in his life. One particular story was particularly grotesque and horrible. And I told him this story. It was one of our rehearsals that we were doing. My daughter was there, and Raj's son was there as the Cooter Lindley Family Live rehearsal time tour hit, and it was going really well. And I told him this story about my friend, and he said, "Oh no!" Oh, he started groaning as only he could do. Oh no! Oh, pitiful! Such a poor, pitiful man. Oh, what a horrible thing to have happen to someone like that. Well, it's easy to say that he's also in a self-meat grinder. A self-meat grinder. What a concept. How can you picture that? A self-meat grinder. Just grind yourself up, he said. That's all he's doing. He's just grinding himself up. And so there's a lot of things that we grind ourselves up about. And a lot of times we then eat ourselves up. We grind and eat. N apostrophe, grind and eat. So my daughter and I wrote this song. When he said that, self-meat grinder, my daughter looked at me and she just nodded like that. And I said, oh yeah, I got it. Okay, we'll write that. That's great. The Meat Grinder Blues. We were doing a project the Pavillion brothers recorded in Hawaii on the island of Maui, and it was a fabulous place, this recording studio and all the plants around there is unbelievable. We had such a good time. After each recording session, we'd go back to the big house and we'd have dinner, and it would be traditional Hawaiian food. We would have lau, we have pig, and we would have all kinds of fruit, and it was just amazing. And we'd watch Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. Predator and Terminator, all the ones that were available at the time. And we'd put them on and we'd eat our dinner. And the Pahanois knew Arnold Schwarzenegger's lines, and so they would say them with him, which was fabulous. It was really surreal. This beautiful place and these incredible people saying Arnold Schwarzenegger's lines with him. And as we were sitting there one night in particular, we were eating our banana pudding. Each of us had a big old bowl of banana pudding. Vanilla banana pudding. A huge bowl of it, with the skin on the top, that kind. It's all, oh boy, was that good. We're watching, I think it was Terminator. One of the Terminator movies, and something caught my eye, movement up in the roof, up in the rafters up above us, where the television was. And I looked up there, and there's a big old hairy spider up there. Big, about as big as my hand. It was just like kind of walking along a little bit. I said, what is that? What is that? And it kind of goes, oh yeah, that's Arnie. That's Arnie. It's a cane spider. He's cool. Don't worry about it. I am worried about him. He's got fur on him. I don't want a spider with fur as big as my hand up above my head. I don't want that. I don't need that to be a part of my life. I don't want that. I really don't. Banana pudding or no banana pudding. What if it falls in my banana pudding? What am I going to do? Just dust it off? It was a whole horrible reality that came out of that whole thing. But I calmed down later on. And later on, I got to go out on the porch, and me and Blah were trying to figure out some of the songs to do for this album. And I said, we should do some like doo-wop stuff, but do it like reggae or something like that. That would be really good. I said, yeah, that would be really good. But I got a song that I think we should do. We should do this song. This is a Martin Lico song. It's called the Waimanalo Blues. And it's the way he said that. It's an important song that I listened. I started really listening. I said, okay. He said, here, I'll do it for you. So he plays the guitar left-handed. He did this song. What a song it was. A place called Waimanalo, which is kind of where most, not all of the Hawaiians, but a lot of Hawaiians live in this area. This is housing they can afford, because a lot of the other stuff they can't afford anymore. All that real estate being bought up and all that kind of thing. They can't afford that anymore, so they live in this place. Kind of a rough neighborhood. Kind of a rough neighborhood, to put it mildly. And Martin Leaker wrote this song. Let me see if I can do this. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't.
Starting where the mountains left me, I love where I began. Well, I'm tired and worn. I woke up this morning, found that I was confused. When I spun right around, when I found that I'd lost the things I couldn't lose. Where will I go? The wind only knows. Good times around the bend. Will I get in my car? I travel so far, they never coming back again. When it's down on the road, mountains so old, far to the countryside, starting where the mountains left me, I love where I belong. But the beaches they sail to build their hotels, my fathers and I once knew. Sunlight at dawn, the birds all alone, singing Waimanalo blues, and also Nana Cooley too.
Used to play in Germany a lot. Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. It was fabulous gigs, really a lot of fun. And this one time I was going back to to Berlin from Hamburg, and I was on this plane, and I was sitting in my seat minding my own business. My hair was down. It was really long. I had just washed it, and it hid my face. And I was sitting there in the aisle seat, and this German businessman, oh man, it was, he came up and he thought he was going to sit next to some babe of some sort, you know. And I didn't know. I wasn't, you know, I knew someone was going to sit next to me, and he said in German, he says, "Oh my God, it's a man. I thought it was a woman." And I looked up, and he kept on laughing. He was really having a hard time. His blood pressure went way, way up. His eyes bugged out like ping pong balls. He was having a hard time, and he sat right next to me, and he was still laughing. It was so fun. All right, let's see. We'll get this here. Oh no. I was supposed to turn that little button off, and I didn't do that. Sorry about that. Sorry about your speakers. This is a song written by Roy Bird. Roy Bird is also known as Professor Longhair. One of New Orleans' greatest piano players. Taught Alan Toussaint, taught Dr. John, a lot of people. Incredible piano player. He was a professor. Professor is like a rank that you earn after you hit a certain level. And everyone said, "Oh yeah, he's the best." Oh, unbelievable. So he had an album out on Columbia Masterworks. I got a hold of that thing. I said, "Oh, good. Oh, listen to this." There's all kinds of wonderful songs on there. This is the ultimate male chauvinist pig song. But when he wrote it, things were different back then. He'd been around a long time, and he had seen a lot of stuff happen, and this song reflects what it was like back then. Now, I think this song is appropriate now that we have a woman that was nominated to be Democratic choice for President of the United States. A lot of people, they don't like Hillary, they don't trust her, but you know, it's really a big moment in history. Yes. So, this song is called "Her Mind Is Gone." Doesn't apply to Hillary in any way. This is just about somebody whose mind is gone, okay? That's a good intro.
Ain't no doubt about
so much.